But nope, it's all dark inside. No yummy smells of turkey cooking, no gift wrap bits all over the floor. Just quiet rooms lit up by twinkling tree lights, and on the dining table one little handwritten note. For 10 years, I've been your cleaner and kid watcher. This year, I picked me. The mess that came next turned into a big family tale. For me, it was like real freedom, the best kind. Before we dive into that wild mess, let me back up a bit. Hey, I'm Sarah, and for 10 whole Christmas Eves, I wasn't a guest at the holiday meal. I was like the worker. It all started simple. At 26, fresh on my own, I got my first house, a 3-bedroom place with a sunny kitchen and a dining room like from a holiday magazine. I recall that first December, so proud, inviting everybody over. My brother Mike and his wife Lisa showed up with their 3 energetic kids, Anna, who's 7, Ben, 5, and little baby Chloe. My folks Susan and John came right after, bringing casseroles and advice I didn't ask for. That first year, I didn't care about the non-stop judging. I was too happy, too thrilled to host Christmas in my place. It seemed like the real sign of being a grown-up. But one holiday turned into 2, then 5, then 10. The invite wasn't a choice anymore. My home just became the family spot. By year 3, tradition meant my house turned into a full-time kid care and food place, all run by just me. Mike and Lisa would toss their coats on the couch and poof, disappear into the living room, wine glasses already in their hands. Their kids, full of energy, sticky but cute little storms, ended up my job without asking, while they made forts from my couch pillows. I handled cranberry sauce, gravy, and mashed potatoes like a solo chef, running between stove, oven, and sink. Meanwhile, my parents gave dinner-time reviews. Sarah, this gravy's too watery. Why not make stuffing from scratch? The kids are noisy. Can't you handle them? Mike and Lisa never even peeked at the kitchen. By the time we all sat to eat, I was wiped out and almost loopy. But the real tough part hit after. After sweets, when folks moved to the living room for gifts, and I was stuck knee-deep in dishes, huge piles of pots, gravy pans, and spilled bits. My own home didn't smell like pine and spice anymore. It smelled like tired work. When my boyfriend Alex joined 3 years back, it took just one Christmas Eve for him to get mad. Sarah, why are you handling all this by yourself? He asked while loading another tray in the dishwasher. It's my house, I said without thinking. I'm the host. No, he said softly, shaking his head. You're the helper. He was spot on. But switching a family habit set in stone seemed impossible. Every time I suggested taking turns or sharing food, they all said the same thing. Your house is just right, Sarah, Mike would say. Plus, you're great at hosting, Lisa added with fake sweetness. We'd help, but the kids get upset in new spots. They're so comfy at your house. And my parents, Sarah, don't make trouble. It's Christmas. Family should gather. Which really meant, you do the work. We'll enjoy it. Last Christmas should have been extra nice. Alex and I had dated 3 years, and I was secretly hoping he'd ask to marry me. I'd even bought a fancy deep green velvet dress that made me feel pretty, like the me I never showed around family. Instead, the night played out every bad part again. Mike and Lisa got there early, took over my living room and ignored everything. In an hour, Ben spilled grape juice on the rug. My parents picked on stuff from the tablecloth to how I folded napkins. By dinner, my nice dress had grease spots, cranberry marks, and tiredness all over. When the door shut at 10 and it was quiet, I slumped on the counter and cried. Alex hugged me and whispered, "This has to end." "But it's Christmas," I said weakly. "Tradition means nothing if it just hurts you," he said softly. "That's not family. It's like being a servant." That night, awake next to him, I stared at the ceiling and thought about the next year. The bad feeling of it all happening again. 10 more Christmases just like this. Maybe 20. The idea made my chest hurt. Over the next month, every letdown piled up like dishes in that endless sink. Mike's sudden needs where I had to watch the kids last second. Lisa's lazy messages. "You're at the store. Can you pick up diapers? My parents' weekly asks to drive 40 minutes for Sunday meals they'd never return. When I got sick with the flu and asked for help, nothing. When my car stopped working, they were too busy. They only showed up when they needed something done. Alex saw every mean thing. You been way back for folks who wouldn't. Step across the street for you, he said one night, after we skipped our special date because Mike bailed on kid watching, but their family. I mumbled. He looked at me quietly for a bit. So am I, but they don't treat you like one. The words hit hard, right where truth stings. By the time October became November, the worry in my chest started its yearly buildup. Usually, that's when I'd plan menus, buy gift wrap, get ready to wreck myself for everyone else's ease. But this time, something in me changed. Instead of making lists, I daydreamed, what if I just didn't host? At first, the idea felt wild, like escaping a hidden jail. But the more I thought, the freer I felt. What if I didn't cook? What if I didn't clean, watch kids, plan, or give up my Christmas Eve for people who wouldn't notice unless their drinks ran out? By mid-November, the daydream wasn't just a wish. It was a real plan taking shape. That's when Mike called. Hey, just checking Christmas Eve. We'll come at 4, like always. Lisa wants your stuffing. Save space for sweets. His easy guess slapped me. Mike, I said slow. I haven't said yes to hosting this year. There was a pause of mix-up. What do you mean? He asked like I'd said the sky was shutting. I said, voice steady, heart racing with almost brave feeling. Maybe we should chat about changing things a bit this year. Maybe switch houses or... Sarah, come on. Your house is perfect for Christmas Eve. The kids know it. Plus, Lisa and I don't have room for 8 people. But what if I have other stuff to do? Mike laughed. Other stuff? Like what? The brush-off in his voice was like a hit. Like what? Like a life not just serving my family. Like wants and dreams not about their ease. I just think it's time to mix it up, I said, voice smaller than I liked. Sarah, don't be odd about this. It's Christmas. We need tradition, especially for the kids. You know how they love Christmas Eve at Aunt Sarah's. After I hung up, I sat in my kitchen looking at the phone, feeling something solid in my chest. It wasn't full anger, though some was there. It was clear thinking. Mike hadn't asked what I wanted. He hadn't thought I might have other plans, other wishes, other ways for Christmas Eve. He just figured I was there to make his family's holiday great. And when I pushed back, even soft, he ignored my feelings totally. That night, I called my parents to try the idea. Maybe they'd get it, be open to changes. Mom, I was thinking about Christmas Eve this year. Oh, good. Glad you called. Your dad and I hope you make that green bean dish with crunchy onions again. It was yummy last year. Actually, I wondered if we could try something new this year. Maybe everyone brings food. Oh, honey, you know we love Christmas Eve at your house. It's such a nice tradition. Plus, your dad's back hurts. And it's great to just chill when we visit. Chill. Well, I worked to tiredness, making sure they could chill. But what if I want to chill too? I asked quiet. Oh, sweetie, you love hosting. You're so good. And really, no one else has the room or know-how to do Christmas Eve like you. The way she said it, like my tiredness was something to be proud of. Like being good at it meant I had to do it forever. Broke something in me. That's when I knew this Christmas Eve would be different. Not 'cause I'd fight big or yell, but 'cause I'd finally pick me. Planning my Christmas Eve getaway felt like the boldest thing ever, and also the most needed. It started small. 2 weeks before Christmas, I called my landlord, Mr. Thompson, and said I'd be away for holidays and wanted to stop access to my extra key with building folks for emergencies. Of course, Sarah, he said nice. Going somewhere fun? Just seeing friends? I said yes, which wasn't fully true. Next, I contacted my old school pal Emily, who has a cabin 2 hours away in the hills. She'd asked Alex and me to visit for years. But we never did cause of family stuff, Emily. This might sound nuts, but are you free on Christmas Eve? Wonder if Alex and I could stay at your cabin. Sarah, sure. I'd love it. What's up? I'm picking me for Christmas this year, I said, and saying it loud felt like jumping off an edge. Emily was quiet, then laughed. Good for you. It's high time. The cabin was just right. Far enough I wouldn't run back if family made me feel bad, but cozy. So Alex and I could have a sweet Christmas Eve we'd never had. Emily filled it with wood for fire, hot cocoa, and even a little Christmas tree. Think of it as my gift, she said when I tried to pay. Everyone needs one Christmas to be a bit selfish. The toughest part was hiding the plan from Alex till the end. I knew he'd back me, but he'd fret about the trouble. It was easier to show it as done. On December 23rd, I packed 2 bags, one for me, one for Alex, and hid them in my car. I went through my house, taking down all the Christmas stuff I'd put up from habit, leaving just a bit to look like I'd begun, but not finished. I bought food for Christmas Eve meal like usual, in case anyone saw my store slips later, but I gave all the food to a nearby help place instead of taking it home. On Christmas Eve morning, I set the table with just 2 spots, pretty plates from my grandma, candles I'd saved for a special time that never happened. For the first time in years, my dining room looked fancy instead of messy. Then I wrote the note. It took 6 tries to get right. Long enough to explain, short enough to hit hard. For 10 years, I've been your cleaner and kid watcher every Christmas Eve. I've cooked, cleaned, and served everyone while you chilled in my living room. This year, I picked me. I hope you get someday that I deserve to have fun on Christmas too. There's a nice eatery downtown that takes bookings. Merry Christmas. Sarah. At 3 p.m., an hour before family was set to come, Alex arrived to see me in my empty dining room in a pretty red dress, car keys ready. Sarah, what's happening? We're having Christmas Eve at Emily's cabin, I said, heart thumping. Just us 2. No cooking, no cleaning, no kid watching, just us. Alex's face showed surprise, worry, then total happiness. You for real? I've never been more real about anything. What about your family? I pointed to the note on the table. They'll sort it. Alex read the note, then looked at me with wonder. Sarah, you sure? They'll be so mad. They've taken me for granted for 10 years, I said. Maybe some mad will help them see what they've missed. We put our bags in the car, and I took one last peek at my quiet, calm house. For the first time in 10 years, my dining table wasn't full of messy dishes. It was fancy, peaceful, waiting for a Christmas Eve that wouldn't happen. At least not the kind my family wanted. As we drove off, my phone buzzed with texts from Lisa, asking if she should bring stuff, from my mom asking what time for snacks. In a few hours, they'd find out. At exactly 4, while Alex and I got comfy in Emily's cabin with hot cocoa mugs and a big fire, my family was using their key to get into my house. I can only picture their confusion. Mike yelling, Sarah, we're here, and no answer. Lisa going to the kitchen, thinking I'd be rushing to make dinner, but finding empty counters and a cold stove. My mom's voice getting sharp. Sarah, where are you? The kids running around looking for their aunt, finding no gifts under the tree, no treats on the counter, no holiday fun they expected. And then, someone saw the note on the dining table. My phone started ringing at 4:17 p.m. Mike's name. I let it go to voicemail. It rang again right away. Lisa this time. Voicemail. Then my mom. Voicemail. My dad. Voicemail. Mike again. Voicemail. By 5:30, I had 14 missed calls and lots of texts that started confused and got mad fast. Mike. Where are you? The kids want you. Lisa. Sarah, this isn't funny. We're hungry and kids are fussy. Mom. Sarah, call now. This is rude. Dad. Your mom is upset. Come home now. Mike. Are you really going to wreck Christmas for 3 innocent kids? Lisa. I can't believe you're this selfish. Mom. After all we've done, this is how you repay us. Mike. Fine. We'll handle it. But don't think we'll forget. Alex read the messages over my shoulder as they came, his face getting serious. Sarah, look. Not one asks if you're okay or safe. They're all mad you're not there to serve them. He was right. In 14 calls and 27 texts, no one in my family showed worry for me. They were upset their holiday worker was gone, not that their daughter and sister might be hurt. The last message from Mike at 8:43 p.m. We got pizza and went to 3 gas spots for ice cream. Kids cried. Mom has a headache. Hope you're happy. Actually, I was. Alex and I spent the evening cooking together in Emily's small cabin kitchen. Nothing fancy, just steaks and baked veggies and a wine bottle we'd saved. We ate by candle glow, talked for hours, and opened little gifts by the fire. For the first time in 10 years, I had fun on Christmas Eve. I laughed. I chilled. I felt pretty in my red dress instead of stressed and tired. Alex said I was shining, and I believed him. We dozed on the couch by the fireplace, in blankets, totally peaceful. Christmas morning brought new messages, but these were calmer, more tricky. Mom. Sarah, sweetie, I know you're mad about something. Let's talk like grown-ups. Lisa. The kids kept asking for Aunt Sarah. Anna cried to sleep. Mike. I don't know what we did, but we can fix it. Dad. Your mom didn't sleep. She's so worried. The guilt stuff was done well, to make me feel bad and mean for picking my joy over their ease. A year ago, it might have worked. I'd rush home sorry and promising to fix it. But one perfect night putting my needs first gave me clear sight I'd never had. These messages weren't about care or worry. They were about control, about making me guilty for having limits. I shut off my phone and spent Christmas Day walking in snowy hills with Alex, feeling lighter than in years. When we got home on December 26, I found a voicemail from my mom different from others. Sarah, I've thought about Christmas Eve, about your note. Maybe we have taken you for granted. Your dad and I want to talk when you're ready. Mike's voicemail was less sorry, but more real. Look, I guess I never thought how much work you do for Christmas Eve. The kids missed you. We all did. Maybe we can find a better way next year. Even Lisa left one. Sarah, sorry if we made you feel not valued. I know you work hard to make Christmas great for all. We should have helped more. But the biggest lesson wasn't in their words. It was in my own feelings. For 10 years, I'd feared if I didn't make Christmas perfect for them, I'd lose their love. But what I found was always giving up my joy didn't get me their love. It got me their habit of me keeping on giving. Real love doesn't make you tire yourself for others' ease. Real love doesn't ignore your needs or take your hard work as normal. Real love values what you give and never asks for what you can't. This year, I'm hosting Christmas Eve again, but it's changed. Mike and Lisa are bringing side foods. My parents are doing sweets. Everyone stays to clean, and for the first time in 10 years, I'll really enjoy the party I'm having. Sometimes the best gift to yourself is saying no, and sometimes folks who say they love you need to lose your always yes before they value what they've had. My family learned love isn't a worker's job. It's a choice. And this year, for the first time, I'm choosing to stay because I want to, not because it's expected. That empty house on Christmas Eve taught them what I'd tried to show for years. I'm not their cleaner, their kid watcher, or their holiday planner. I'm their family, and I deserve to be treated like it. If this tale hit home for you, you're not by yourself. So many have family who think our niceness means we have to do it. Drop a comment sharing a time you picked yourself over family wants. I read them all. And if you like this tale about setting limits during holidays, hit that subscribe button because we've got more family fairness tales that'll make you want to put your joy first. Remember, you can't pour from an empty. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself first. Merry everything, friends.